Welcome back, welcome back. So this video is for the fellas who are asking, hey, how do I snag a shorty respectfully, right? At the gym, at the job, or at a place that I constantly see her, right? What are some steps that I can do? I know we've all seen videos about, shorties at the gym, right? Putting folks on cameras and them, being called creeps, even though they're probably walking around the vicinity, which is a public place, but you want to catch an attitude and expose people is cool. Or getting fired at your job for literally saying hi and being called a creep. Like, what, bro? So I'm going to give y'all some foolproof steps that we can do to not get your ass fired, indicted, and sued. Yes, sir. Step number one, be handsome. Unfortunately, in this world, looks do matter. So you have to first assess, are you a decent looking guy? Do you groom yourself? Do you take care of yourself? Are you doing basic hygienic things, right? Like, do I smell relatively good, right? Do I look droopy? Then I want to end my life every single time. Those are some of the things that we have to assess first. That's step number one. Presentation is going to make things a lot easier. The second thing, knowing that you're going to see this woman at your job or at the gym or whichever public place you're at every single day, the game has to be slightly more subtle. Because if you're right off the gate, she says no, you're cooked, buddy, you're cooked. Because now you're either gonna have to switch jobs, switch gyms, and gyms are hell to damn switch, and we know that. Any gym head knows that. Step number two, assuming you have your presentation right, we're gonna do a soft launch. That's what I pretty much call it, a soft launch, right? Like you find something about her that you want to bring up, right? Something subtle to gauge her interest, right? You could be like, hey, I noticed that your skin is always glowing. What do you do? And then just try to progress it from there. Or, hey, those shoes look mad comfy. Where can I get me a pair? Are there some for men? And these are lines that I've used, right? I guess they weren't really lines at the time because I just came up with them on the spot. But that's once you sort of bring in a soft launch topic, you can start to conversate with her and gauge, hey, is she feeling you? And then, you could be like, hey, what's your name? After a decent conversation, maybe she's laughing a bit and it's going good. And try to see if she asks you for what your name is, right? You could be like, hey, what's your name? Cool. Pause a bit. And then if she says, what's your name? Odds are usually she's interested. It doesn't mean that she's not interested, but I would say that definitely means her interest is a bit lower though, for sure. Another indicator to see if she does like you is to see, does she always want to be around your vicinity, first of all, right? When you look at her, is she making slight eye contact with you, or is she trying to sort of ignore you? That could also mean that she might be a bit nervous, right? Because she might find you attractive or but ugly, whichever. So that's another thing, right? Trying to gauge her right off the bat. Maybe you ask for her Instagram, maybe that day, or you can proceed to maybe talk to her at the gym for a week or so and gauge that connection more. And then bam, one day you're gonna be like, hey, or obviously at your job too, right? Hey, I've noticed that we've been conversating and stuff back and forth, and I'm really enjoying this. We should grab tea, or we should go and get a drink, or whatever you like to do, right? So that we can just vibe and have a good time. See, in her mind, it's gonna be like, oh, this is a cool dude. But remember, right, you want to be cool. And then the thing is too, when you're talking to shorty at your job, you want to be flirtatious in your tone, right? Your tone has to be flirtatious while coming off as friendly at the same time. The example could be like, how you doing? Instead of, hey, how are you? It's just gonna come off too damn friendly, right? You wanna be friendly, but also flirtatious. Man, you must be tired. You had a long night, huh? Just kind of things, just things like that. And then that can build up a bit of a spark at your job or at the gym or wherever you see her at constantly. And then you do another little soft launch closer right there. And then bam, you start to game her up, and you could be a bit more bolder on the, I guess, date, but really just call it like a hangout, right? Y'all are hanging out and being cool. Maybe you make the move there, maybe you don't, but ultimately you want to start to gauge her interest a lot more while y'all are on this hangout, right? Y'all are hanging out, y'all are laughing, y'all are having a good time, and just gaze into her eyes and just see, all right, shorty is feeling me, or hey, maybe she's seeing me more as a friend. But let's be honest, if you've been being flirtatious in a friendly way at your job, right, because you don't want to catch a case, right, this is, right, foolproof. So once you kind of gauge her, maybe you make the move there, and or on the second hangout you make the move, and then after that you can pretty much progressive from there. You have her number, y'all are talking back and forth, and bam, you could either try to do it casually, which can be a little bit trickier, or you can potentially try to get in a full-blown relationship. So depending on which one you're trying to go for, right, definitely play it lightly, because things can become weird if y'all might hook up once and then it gets weird. But then also you could play it cool too, right? Gauge, hey, where is she at? Is she willing to be casual? Is that what she's looking for? Is she looking for something more serious? Just make sure that the girl ain't crazy. Try to vet along the way. Is she a cool girl, right? If you did something, if y'all was doing something once and she didn't like make it into a big deal, y'all are cool, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Y'all can still, and if nothing works out at that point, y'all can still be cool. Y'all can be cordial at the job and or the gym, which is less weird because it's like, it's a gym, I'm going to work out and things like that. So that's all I'm saying is really vet this girl, engage her, right? Those are my top advice that I'm going to give you to make this situation as foolproof as possible, right? Obviously, nothing in this life is perfect, but this is what I would do. I would soft launch it, or, hey, if you're at the gym, let's work out together, right? And you can scheme, you can plot, you feel me? Do a little leg day, go at the back, grab her waist. You feel like just peep game, bro, peep game. It's just subtle things like that that you can do to elevate it and then have it lead to where you want it. Intimacy, right? Ultimately, that's what we want. So and low-key, if she feeling you, that's what she wants too. So do your thing. So I hope this video helped y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. All right.